Welcome to Salad with a Side of Fries. I'm your host, Jenn, talking wellness and weight loss for real life. We're here to clear up the myths, misinformation, bad science, and marketing to teach you how to eat and how to cheat. Are you ready? I'm having salad with a side of fries. This week, we're talking about fruit.
Ooh,
and
okay.
Right? And over the years, with all the different fad diets and everyone harping on sugar, which is mostly justified, I will say, but fruit has sometimes been turned into the enemy. You know, and just like everything we talk about, common sense is key. So let's just back up for a second and realize, no one died from eating too many apples. So, just chill, right? Having said that, yes, we often talk about sugar and our blood sugar so that we can keep our body out of fat storage mode, right? So one of the questions I hear is, if we're managing sugar, why is fruit okay? And it's important to distinguish between the whole fruit and fruit juice. So fruit, the whole fruit, is a great choice because it still has a ton of fiber and water, along with all of the nutrients and vitamins and minerals that our body needs. When we drink the juice, we can still get some of the vitamins and minerals, but we've removed all the fiber and concentrated all the sugar. So that will spike your blood sugar. So a great rule of thumb, therefore, is sticking to eating the whole fruit and avoiding the juices when we're thinking about nutrition. And this goes for all ages. The idea of juice being part of a nutritious breakfast, I have no idea where that came from. I'm sure I could research it, but we don't need that. Your body doesn't need that. You are better off eating the whole fruit. Then,
I would say, though, that, I guess this isn't always easy to do, and it's probably significantly more expensive. But if you already have, a particular juice as part of your diet, or young kids, who are drinking even a diluted juice, which, a lot of young kids do, I would say that a non-processed juice is a better choice for sure than one that's do you remember those weird we couldn't have them in my house, so I don't even remember a brand or if they were still a thing.
Which means we probably had them in my house, but I don't even know.
They were frozen in a can, and you
oh yeah, it was the concentrate.
Right. But all of that, I think, has already tons of added sugar and other additives and things. So if juice is part of your diet, there certainly, and grocery stores now have so many fresh squeezed options and things. So I think we've talked about this too, make the best choice within, your within the options that suit you, I guess.
Exactly. And for those of you who have a greater level of commitment, you can get into the nitty-gritty of this, and there are nuances. So for example, honeydew is actually lower glycemic than cantaloupe, right? Obviously, watermelon is like sugar and water, right? Watermelon and pineapple are higher glycemic than apples and berries. So we do want to choose the lower glycemic fruits most often. And when we choose the others, like the pineapple and the watermelon, we eat less of it. And we eat it right after our protein and fiber and quality fat, right? We eat it with our meal or right after our meal, not first.
Right.
So that we're not spiking our blood sugar and then eating all these things. So another nuance to this that you may want to pay attention to is that for some fruits, the ripeness of the fruit can change its glycemic index rating. So bananas are a good example of this. We want to eat our bananas when they are yellow with a little bit of green on the end of them. Once that banana has brown spots, it's like the sugar is concentrating. You can taste it and it becomes high glycemic, right? That's why those are the bananas that are good for banana bread.
Right.
Right? So keep this in mind. You might be in a place in your path to wellness where it makes more sense to have that added level of commitment and get into some of those nuances. 2 more things to think about with fruit. One is serving size. So we go into the grocery store and there are apples that are the size of your head, right? And the reality is those are generally not from nature. Meaning, right, we want to choose a medium size of whatever fruit we're choosing. That odds are something was added to make that apple so big, right? And so just keep in mind, like a medium-sized fruit. When it comes to berries or things like that, like think about your own handful. So fill one of your hands, that's your serving. And of course, overall, throughout the day, we want about 2 servings of fruit. So if you're someone who's eating, 4, 5, 6 servings of fruit in a day, that's something we want to look at. Maybe you're dehydrated and so you're craving all that fruit because what you really need is water. Or are you not getting enough protein to help satisfy you, right? All that kind of stuff. And you can fill in the balance. The objective is to fill in that balance with vegetables, right?
So protein and trial and error. See, have more water, see how you feel. Have another serving or 2 of vegetables, see how you feel. Have another piece of chicken. You know what I mean? Do all those things and then see how you feel, how your body responds to the change.
Yeah. And then the last question that I get all the time from people is about organic, and certainly right now, sometimes getting produce and especially organic produce can be challenging. So I'm always one to be super reasonable about this and like not go crazy like everything. But for myself, I choose organic when it's fruits where we eat the whole thing, like berries and apples, right? Where we're eating the skin. If it's like a lemon or a lime and we're squeezing the juice out of it, I'm less concerned. A pineapple, you're not eating outside. The banana, you're not eating the outside. So those I'm less concerned about, right? And you can certainly Google the dirty dozen, right? The things that we want to make sure we eat organic. But like everything, I try to keep it simple and common sense and pick your battles. I would frankly rather you eat the non-organic fruits and vegetables than a candy bar, right? Again, going back to the not all calories are the same and we want to choose nutrition and proper fuel. So there you have it, right? Like I said, keep your common sense when it comes to fruit. If you're in a place on your personal path to wellness, which creates a higher level of commitment, dig into this and look at your food log and your fruit choices. And if you're not, be really reasonable about it. Choose a medium-sized fruit, a couple a day, and enjoy it. Right? So, Lauren, thank you again for isolation podcasting with me.
Love it. I love it. I always learn a lot. I have lots of questions.
Yay. Awesome. So as always, guys, I'm your host, Jenn Trepeck. Connect with me on Instagram at Jenn Trepeck, JENNTREPECK. Our Facebook page is at the same handle. And of course, there are links in the show notes to make it simple. And we want to hear from you. So submit your questions or ideas, whether through social media or our website, asaladwithasideoffries.com. This is the best way to reach out and learn more about working with me as well, or, whatever questions you have. I love hearing from you. Finally, if you're not already a member, join the membership program. Go to glow.fm/salad with a side of fries to get this week's roasted fennel and orange tilapia recipe. Everybody be well, stay healthy, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Well, friends, that's it for today's episode of Salad with a Side of Fries. Congratulations for making yourself and your health a priority. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to click subscribe or follow on your favorite podcast platform. Share us with a friend, and we'll be back next week. Always remember, you deserve it, and you are worth it. Happy healthy.